Hey guys, welcome. If it's your first time, welcome back if it's not. So this is going to be yoga for dummies or just beginner yoga. I thought I'd do a little series on beginner yoga to make yoga a little more accessible. It can be pretty easy to get overwhelmed going to your first yoga class, especially if the room is filled with students who've been around the block a few times. And I think that can be compounded by the perception that a lot of people have of yoga being about girls on Instagram or in Bali who are super bendy and can contort their bodies into pretzel-like shapes. And then you think, holy cow, like there's no way my body's ever going to be able to do that. Yoga's impossible. But it's not, and you can do it, but it doesn't happen overnight. And it takes a lot of practice and patience, and you might even still practice for years and then realize, oh hey, my body can't do that, like I don't have the right bone structure for that. And that's okay, and that's again part of the practice, learning patience and having compassion for yourself, and also while allowing yourself to reach this edge where you've never physically been before, and you get to a place or a space and you're like, oh hey, I've never felt that in my body before. And instead of reacting or labeling it as good or as bad, you kind of just sit in it and explore the feeling. So I guess what I'm here to tell you is that even if you're not going to bend yourself into a pretzel someday, yoga is still for you, no matter your shape, your size, color of your skin, how much money you do or don't have. Yoga is for everyone. And I really love that this platform can really take advantage of that. So today we're going to start with the very basics, nothing super physically challenging, just some good old stretching. So no matter the reason that you are here today, maybe you are bored in quarantine, or maybe you are recovering from an injury and you heard that yoga is good for that, or maybe you just have been super curious, you're here. So it's amazing that you are taking the time and the space to take care of yourself and to listen to yourself. So let's just take these few minutes to honor that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get started. If you're not in something comfy clothing wise, put some comfy clothes on. If you have a heater, turn up the heater, although again, it won't be super hard. And turn on the playlist, which is below, and let's do it. Okay, so today, let's start in child's pose. Let me put my hair up, but you guys can get started in child's pose. That's knees as wide as the mat. And then sit your hips back on your heels. And then rest your forehead on the mat, arms stretched out in front of you, palms facing down. And just start by noticing how your body feels. Try to relax all your muscles into the mat. If this hurts your low back or your ankles, or any of your joints, you can just stay up as high as it is that it doesn't hurt. You don't have to go all the way down to your heels. And if you can't bring your chest all the way down or your forehead all the way down to the mat, that's okay too. Just this is just as good as what I was doing before. And then just start to settle into your mat. Slow down your breathing and notice what your head is filled with. What's going on? Little check-in. How is it to be you today? Are you tired, happy, a little sad, angry? Search for that coloring, that tone to your experience. And it might come to you quickly. You might have to search for a little. Try to get super specific. So if you're feeling uplifted and positive, is it happiness? Is it contentment, peace, excitement? And then once you think you have something, just take notice of it. And that's it. Just let it go for now. That's it. And then draw your attention to your breath. Let's start to deepen it. Inhale through your nose, deep breath, and then exhale, softly sigh it out through your mouth. 2 more like that. Inhale. Last one. Nice. Now draw your hips up over your knees. Walk your hands, keep your hands actually where they are. We'll stretch our shoulders a little bit. So inhale, right arm goes up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, thread the needle. The right hand goes in between the space between your chest and your left hand. And then try to rest your right ear onto the mat. Relax your neck. Try to keep both hips square. Close your eyes, relax the muscles in your face, and draw your attention to your breath. And then we'll switch. Inhale, press the left palm into the earth, right palm down flat. Inhale, left arm goes up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open your heart, and then exhale. Thread the needle, left to the mat, left ear on the mat. Just starting to wake up your shoulders and the sides of your body. Feel the gentle movement in your belly as you breathe in, as you breathe out. Then inhale, right palm down, presses down, and then left palm down flat. So now let's crawl our knees up in between our hands. You can stay facing forward, and I'll just turn to face you. Sit your hips onto your heels. Take a few breaths to just pause here. Palms resting on your thighs, facing up or facing down. Long spine. So drawing your belly to elongate your spine. Slight tuck of your chin. And then keep your eyes closed. We'll start to focus on your breath here. In and out through your nose. And again, just search for the feelings, the sensations in your body as you breathe. Expansion of your belly as you inhale. The fall of your chest as you exhale. The sense of calm as you exhale. So you want to keep your breathing in and out through your nose for the whole session, unless I direct you to do otherwise. Inhale, open your eyes, draw your knees slightly back behind you, underneath your hips, so you're in a tabletop position. And firm your belly into your spine. On your inhale, you'll drop the belly, lift the chest, and lift the chin for cow. And then exhale, round, press your palms, round your spine for cat. Inhale for cow, look up. Exhale, round your spine, look back at your belly button. Last one, inhale, deep breath, look up. And then exhale, round the spine, feel your shoulder blades stretching. Inhale, come back to center, firm back, firm belly, flat back. And then on your next breath, inhale, left leg goes back, kick it back, point your toes. And inhale to reach forward with the right arm, starting to activate your core for balance. Keep breathing, make sure your breath doesn't get stuck. Yoga is all about building a bridge between your mind and your body, and the way that that happens is through your breath. Slowly exhale, left knee comes down, right hand comes down, and then switch. Inhale, right leg goes back, kick back, and left arm goes forward. Press up and out of your right shoulder and kick back as much as you reach forward. Keep your belly drawn in towards your spine so you're not overarching your low back. And exhale, release, both palm and knee come down flat. Inhale to tuck your toes. And then exhale, lift your hips, press into your palms, downward facing dog. Remember to breathe deeply. Bring your feet hips width distance behind you, so it should be at least 6 inches between your feet. And then the same for your hands in front of you, at least shoulders width distance. Spread your fingers super wide and press into the whole hand, including the tips of your fingers, not just the palms. That way you're not just sinking into your shoulders. And use your legs. Draw up on your kneecaps to activate the fronts of your thighs. Pull the tailbone up and back towards the back corner of the wall and the ceiling where they meet. And again, in and out through your nose here. Inhale, next breath, lift your heels high, reach your tailbone higher, elongate your spine, and then slowly walk your feet in between your hands. For a forward fold, feet stay hip width distance underneath you, so just relax your head. Grab for opposite shoulders if that feels nice. Close your eyes. All right, so the purpose, the whole goal here is not to get 6-pack abs, but it is to unite body and mind. So your mind is always getting ahead of you, right? At least for me it is. Always thinking about to-do lists or what you should have said in this conversation but you didn't, or something you forgot to do, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And this is your moment to just let that go. To focus on the feeling in your hamstrings, the weight of your head hanging from your neck, everything totally loose, let go, release the grip. Inhale, bring your palms to your shins or your thighs for a flat back, long. And then exhale to fold, forward fold. Again, inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Really link your breath to movement. Inhale, bend the knees to stand all the way up. Then exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up, reach up, get tall. And then exhale to fold all the way forward. Again, inhale, halfway lift, flat back, belly stays in. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand, reach up, palms touch above you. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, really use your breath. Half lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale to reach up. Inhale as long as you move. Exhale the length of your breath, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to full linking breath to movement. Inhale, lift halfway. And then exhale, both palms down flat. Step back to an upper push-up plank. So keep breathing, that's the first thing. In and out through your nose. Slight tuck of your tail to lengthen your spine. Press your heels back and reach the crown of your head forward. We'll come down onto our knees, exhale, and then knees, chest, and chin come down to the mat. Come down flat onto your belly, point your toes. Inhale, baby cobra, lift the chest, and then exhale, forehead down. Again, inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Last one, inhale, baby cobra, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, forehead down, press back, child's pose. Just a beat here. Inhale, tabletop, all fours. So from here, shift your hips one way and then extend your legs out long in front of you, just for some hamstring stretches. So bend your left knee and bring the sole of the left foot to the inner side of the right thigh. Keep both sits bones on the ground. Square your hips to the front of the room. Inhale, both arms up, and then exhale, try to reach for your right toes. If you can reach the right toes, great. If you can't, the floor is fine. If you have a block or something similar, you can also raise the ground up towards you. So keep that right leg active and keep your spine long. Inhale, palms to the ground, walk your hands back by your hips, and then we'll switch. Left leg long, right sole to the inner left thigh. Inhale, both arms up, and fold. So just be gentle with yourself here. It's not about how far you go, it's about how you go. So go with compassion, with patience, and just meet yourself where it is that you are. Inhale, walk the hands back by your hips. This time, bend the left knee for butterfly pose. So if you can try to bring your heels as close to the center line of your body as you, but you don't have to move. Or if that doesn't feel right, then just make it more of a diamond shape with your heels. Inhale, long spine, reach the chest up, and then exhale to fold forward. Bring your nose towards your knee, towards your heels. If you have a block, sometimes I like to put the block here and then just around my head. That way you're not holding the weight of your head up. Just try to stay present in these poses with less movement. And just notice if your mind tries to get ahead of you again. Slowly draw your belly in, roll yourself all the way up. Remove the block if you have one. And then come down, lying down. Extend both legs out long and slowly roll your way down onto the mat. Bend your knees, both knees bent, feet flat. Take a breath in, and then on the exhale, press your heels into the ground to lift your hips. Your palms can stay face down, pressing into the ground, or you can interlace your fingers underneath your low back. Use your glutes and press your heels and your big toes into the ground to lift your hips even higher. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. This is really good for your low back. And then slowly roll yourself down, upper back, lower back, hips. Nice. Close your eyes here. Draw your feet as wide as the mat and let your knees knock in towards one another. Just resting with your breath. Inhale, squeeze your knees into your chest. A little roll side to side on your low back. And then bend your knees, draw your feet up towards the ceiling and grab for the outside edges of your feet. This is called happy baby. Try to keep the full length of your spine, including your tailbone, flat on the ground. Your head and neck long, your chin tucked in towards your chest. Drawing your knees in towards your armpits while you press your feet into your hands. And then slowly release your legs out long in front of you. We'll do wind relieving. So right knee into your chest, squeeze, inhale, and then exhale. Draw the right knee across your chest over to the left side of your body. Your right arm out, or you can cactus it if you don't, into a 90-degree angle. If you don't have a lot of room, try to keep that right shoulder flat, both shoulders on the mat. And then we switch, right leg long, left knee in, inhale, squeeze, and then exhale, left knee over to the right. Close your eyes. Soften your jaw, soften your eyelids, soften all the muscles in your face and your fingertips. Rock both hips flat, come back to center. Left leg goes long. And then set yourself up for your final resting pose, Savasana. Feet as wide as the mat, toes flop open, arms as wide as you'd like, palms facing up. Close your eyes. This is it. This is the rest. This is the integration of uniting breath and body and mind. Just try to soften all of your muscles, your fingers, your toes, the muscles in your belly that you are using to consciously and mindfully breathe. So yoga, the purpose of yoga, as I mentioned earlier, is to unite mind and body, and that's because when they're not united, you identify with what are called the distortions of the mind, basically your thoughts. And you identify with every passing thought, with every passing emotion, and that colors your whole experience of life. But when you can take your step back to see that those thoughts, those emotions, that they're just like the weather, they come and they go, then you're a little more able to stay grounded and present and knowing with a capital N of who you are, separate from all the BS that goes on in your mind. So that is what yoga is for me, and that's what I think it's really about, and that is what I'm really excited to share with you all. So please stay in this Savasana resting pose if you can, and if you have the time, for at least 5 minutes every time you practice. I hope you all enjoyed introductory yoga number 1. Please tune back in, leave any questions or comments below. And it was an honor practicing with you. Thank you again. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.